Are you a beginner when it comes to futures trading? Maybe you want to learn more about the sector, or perhaps you just want to improve your trading skills. This video is centered on every aspect involving futures trading, and I will be teaching you everything you need to know about it. Make sure you stick around until the end because this guide might be just what you have been looking for. Now, for a market to take place, two or more people must be in contact. When it is being said that one tree cannot make a forest, so it is when making an explanation about the market. It has to be the coming together of two or more people to transact. So logically, before a market is established, there must be a buyer willing to buy a particular commodity and a seller willing to give out the product or commodity at a specific price. Well, let's get into the business of the day. The future market consists of two words, and I would like to define these two words for better understanding. Future refers to something that will exist or happen later, and market refers to a meeting together of people for trade. I guess that is simplified enough. So now that the two words have been simplified, what is futures trading then? A futures trading is a contract between two parties to buy or sell an item at a specific price at a future date. In simple terms, one party agrees to buy a particular commodity at a specific price later. In contrast, a second party agrees to sell the exact commodity acquired at the agreed price and date. These arrangements can be on any standardized commodity such as oil, gold, bonds, wheat, or the price of a stock index, and they must always be made on a regulated commodity futures exchange. Some commodities such as oil, wheat, and gold are physically deliverable, while others such as index futures can only be turned into cash equivalents. Types of future participants. Futures trading involves three main market participants: producers, commercial buyers, and speculators. Each participant has different goals, techniques, and time horizons when owning a futures contract. The futures market comprises this mixture of market involvement from various entities, fostering an environment that provides many chances for all participants. We'll go through these different terms in just a bit. Before moving ahead, make sure to leave a like and don't forget to join our community by hitting the subscribe button. If we missed something important so far, let us know in the comments below. Producers. These can range from tiny farmers to major corporations that produce commodities. For example, the gold miners, whose primary goal is to sell their products on the open market. They generally trade short futures to lock in a favorable selling price to protect their commodities from future price drops. Commercial buyers. These are usually more prominent companies that purchase commodities to make another product. They might, for example, buy corn and wheat to make cereal. Their goal is to lock in a favorable buying price by purchasing futures contracts to hedge against a price increase. Speculators. Small retail day traders to huge hedge funds are all examples of speculators. They don't want to buy or sell tangible goods for delivery. Instead, they want to profit by betting on their prices. Speculators make up the majority of market participants, providing liquidity to the majority of commodities markets. Futures trading terminologies. As we all know that every aspect of trading has its terminologies used in the system of trading, and so does futures trading has its terminologies. So if you are a beginner whose main aim is to make money in futures trading, you need to be familiar with some terms. These terms are used in futures trading. Derivatives. These are financial products whose value is determined by the price of a physical commodity or another financial asset. Commodity. Commodity is a physical asset such as wheat, grain, corn, and other grains that are frequently used in futures contracts. Liquidity. Liquidity refers to the capacity to sell an investment at or near its current value in a short period. Future margin. This is the amount of money a trader must have with their broker when they open future transactions. So guys, now that we know all the terminologies involved in futures trading, it's necessary to understand how to place an order and the terminology involved in it. How to trade futures. Trading futures is a pretty simple process, but you need to follow specific instructions and procedures not to burn money in the course of trading futures. To start trading, you need to register with a broker specializing in the markets you want to trade. This is the first thing to do to create your trading experience. Brokers serve as an intermediary between the trader and the market. So, therefore, due to their intermediary nature, it is their responsibility or right to know more about the trader. A futures broker will most likely inquire about your investment experience, income, and net worth. These questions are meant to help you figure out how much risk your broker will let you take on in terms of margin and positions. There is no industry standard for commission and fee structures in futures trading, so every broker offers different services. For example, Uber connects the buyer to the service seller and gets their commission from them. They serve as the intermediary between the passenger and the driver. So in futures trading, the service rendered is two parts. Some offer extensive research and counsel, while others provide a quote or graph. So, therefore, if you are a beginner, which means you don't have any knowledge about futures trading, it is advisable and recommendable that you practice on a virtual account until you are confident that you have got the hang of it. So before you invest real money in your first trade, you can practice trading with a virtual account. This is a fantastic tool in trading to double-check your knowledge of futures markets, as well as how market leverages and commissions affect your portfolio. Even if you are an experienced investor or trader, you should frequently utilize a virtual trading account to try new strategies. This is made necessary because in a paper trading account, certain brokers may give you access to their entire suite of analytic services. So now that we all know everything about futures trading, the big question is, do you prefer futures trading? Feel free to drop your answers and opinions in the comment box below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you in the next video.